What is up, my awesome gemstones? It's Mary Gem and I'm back with another video, and today's video is going to be on what type of lover are you? You know, like you're a lover gal, lover person, lover whichever, you know. So yeah, what type of lover are you in relationships, platonic, romantic, anything? So yeah, we have 3 piles here today. Yeah, let's get into it. So this is pile number 1. It's like a little cat with like some fish in a bowl. Looks kind of malicious. Then we have pile number 2, and this is just a witch in a car and she's busy waving. And then pile number 3, we got a runner, boys. We have a runner, just a little kid running away. So these are the 3 piles. Pick whichever one you would like to. I love you so much, and yeah, let's get straight into it. What is up, my awesome gemstones? It's Mary Gem and I'm back with another video, and today's video is going to be on what type of lover are you. So you know, it could be what type of romantic lover, platonic lover, any type of thing. What type of lover are you? So when people are experiencing your love, how do they experience it? How do they interpret it? All the vibes, sitting love and light. And yeah, let's get straight into the video. Okay, so pile number 1, you guys chose this. So basically, okay, sorry about that. Anyways, so you guys chose this pile. It's a cat over like a bunch of fish that's about to eat it or whatever. So it's interesting because as soon as I picked up your pile, I was getting a lot of like scared energy, and like even when I just got interrupted now, like I was like, oh my god, like what? So something about you being afraid of getting caught, or like you doing something malicious or something. But I feel like the type of lover that you are is someone that is afraid to kind of let other people see when you're like munching down. You know, maybe you don't like eating in front of people, or you don't like showing maybe like your more mischievous side. I feel like you could be someone where you're someone where it's like, okay, you're gonna meet someone, you're gonna act all prim and proper, or you're gonna get them to like you, and then as soon as they like you, you're kind of like, okay, now let me show them how weird I am, how funny I am, like let me show them everything that I was too afraid to show them in the beginning. So yeah, but let's see. So Spirit, what type of lover? And all the cards want to fly out, okay? I just feel like you're the type of lover that doesn't show all the sides of yourself right off the bat. You're the type of lover that waits to show all the different type of love that you do have. You know, maybe you try to only be with people in a specific type of way, or you try to love them in a very specific way, in a way that sounds appetizing, in a way that sounds digestible. But you know, I feel like you aren't that type of person. And it's interesting because you could definitely be a Capricorn, an Aries, or a Virgo. And I feel like those signs kind of struggle sometimes, even a Taurus, because they struggle with love, because sometimes they feel like they have to minimize themselves. Yeah, minimize themselves, make themselves smaller, because they're afraid that if they show everything, you know, they're gonna scare off their partner or partners. So yeah, or they try to make their love digestible, or they try to make themselves digestible, in the sense of like they don't want people to choke on their shit. But you know, they should choke on their shit, okay? Let them choke, let them freaking choke, okay? But yeah, Spirit, what type of lover is pile 1? What type of lover is pile 1? 4 of Hearts. Wait for me. What type of lover? Okay, so the first card that we have is the 4 Cups that came upright. Okay, so with the 4 Cups, I feel like people get the energy that you're more of the protector in the relationship. You enjoy having a stable foundation. You know, I feel like when it comes to maintaining a friendship or relationship, you want it to be grounded in either stability, like emotional stability, financial stability, or just you having the sense of being like, maybe you're always the one that has to be the logical one, or you always prefer to be the more realistic one, or you try to be the more emotionally more emotionally intelligent one, I just feel like you try to find something lacking in the relationship, and then you kind of hound in on that, and then you make it your own, and then you're like, okay, the relationship is lacking in this aspect, let me take that role upon myself and do whatever I can to do this and this and that. Yeah, you're really romantic, you enjoy commitment. It says marriage, intimate, you have a high ideal about love, you feel deeply. Sometimes you're afraid that betrayal is going to happen, so maybe sometimes you worry that you're going to do something that maybe your partner doesn't like. I just feel like you do have darker aspects about yourself that you're always trying to compensate for. You know, maybe you're sometimes afraid of your darkness, you're afraid of the things that you don't want people to know about you. Like, it comes a point where maybe it's like a fun thing where you're like, okay, you're gonna see how weird I am once we like live together. But then there's another side where actually you're genuinely scared if they see those weird parts, like what's gonna happen. So with the Queen of Swords, this just talks about someone that really enjoys having sex. So the Queen of Swords talks about, you know, someone that enjoys having sex. They can be a widow as well. They have darker skin, darker hair. They can be a bit manipulative and mess things up for other people. They're calm, reserved, they're quiet. They're always watching. They're always like seeing what the other person is doing. So I feel like people sometimes are like, oh, like if I broke your heart, you probably like slash my tires. Or I feel like people get the energy that everyone that meets you, you're really loving. I feel like a lot of people like latch onto you in the sense where if you're with your partner or if you're with someone, your lover, I feel like people around your lover like just see so many amazing things about you. And like I'm hearing someone say like, okay, even if you break up with my best friend, like can me and you still be best friends? So your partner's best friend is saying like, okay, if this relationship doesn't work, like can me and you still link up? Or their family saying like, I know you aren't seeing this person anymore, but like can I get their number? Like can we hang out? Can you arrange that? Something in that vein. But yeah, you're someone that's very well spoken. And you enjoy staying in your comfort zone and also pleasing your partner. Then we have the Wait For Me card, okay? So again, it just talks about you being the type of lover where you're saying like, listen, right now maybe I feel like I'm too intense, or I feel like I need to first heal this aspect of me, or I need to do this first before I can love you back. And there's this quote that is so well known where they say, if you don't love yourself, no one is going to be able to love you. Or they say that in order to feel loved or to receive love, you have to love yourself first. And as much as I get the sentiment behind it, maybe they're trying to, you know, improve like self-love, but that's not the way to do it. Just because you don't feel like you deserve love doesn't mean that you don't deserve love. Just because you feel like you're busy healing doesn't mean that you can't still love or receive love. So maybe sometimes you think that you need to be a specific person because we have the Queen of Swords, you know, like this person has their fair share of faults, okay? They have a lot of faults, but as do everyone. And then we have the Queen of Wands that came up, right? And this is someone where they're really authentic and they kind of own everything about themselves. So the things where they see shortcomings within themselves, they're able to make it their own. They're able to wear it as like a mask or wear it as like battle armor, you know? And it's kind of like, I've heard people say like Scorpios are just Cancers in leather jackets. So like that type of thing where it's like maybe you want to be a specific person and it is still the person that you are. I don't even know, I'm not making any more sense, but hopefully that made a little bit of sense, okay? But anyways, so we also have the regret card, okay? So I feel like people get the sense that you have a lot that you want to say, you have a lot that you want to love and show love, but sometimes you wait too long to show that love. You wait too long to show that other side of you. So a little thing that I want to say, take it with a grain of salt, but maybe sometimes you feel like people get bored of you. And I think that if that does ever happen, you are not boring, okay? By any means, you're not. But I do think it's just because you don't show them every part of yourself. Not that you need to. Not everyone deserves to see that side of you. But I do feel like maybe sometimes you're a bit too cautious when it comes to love. and people notice that as well. So let us see. Spirit, what type of lover is pile 1? What type of lover is pile 1? So we have nice while it lasted. You know, I feel like you give amazing memories. People have amazing memories with you. We have Naomi, Penguin, and the Riddler. Be brave and want me back. They know that you want them. They know that you want to give more love. They know you're capable of giving more love. And they're saying like, be brave, want me back, okay? I'll insert a photo of Naomi and the Penguin and the Riddler. They're in game, okay? In game. And then we have ENTP, where I cannot satisfy my reason. I love to humor my fancy. So maybe sometimes when you can't give a reason for why you are the way you are, you try to make light of a situation. And that is how ENTPs are sometimes. They use humor to kind of deflect. And then we have Dr. Bashir and Garrick. Oh my dear doctor. So I'll insert a photo of them as well. But yeah, let me see what else. Spirit, what type of lover is pile 1? What type of lover is pile 1? So we have changed my love language because of you. So if you know that your partner's love language is acts of services, you'll try and do acts of services. It says, hey Adora, feelings changed. And then we also have shower thoughts. You think a lot. You're a thoughtful lover. A very thoughtful, meticulous lover. So that is what I got for pile 1. I really hope the video resonated. I love you so much. And let's get into the next one. Okay, pile number 2. You guys chose this person that's in a car and their hands kind of like waving. And then at the back also, it has like a little poem thing. So it says, with vampires, wing, and magic might, dump this idiot out of sight. This car is mine, I shall not pay. Get rid of him, he's in the way. Oh, so this book, like all of these piles, I took it from a book. Like it was a witchy book, so you also could definitely be a witch. And I feel like people get that energy from you. Like you're a very spiritual lover, 100%. I feel like you're a lover that really doesn't mind yeah, showing people the dark aspects of yourself, which is completely contradictory to pile number 1. But if you don't like something, you're gonna say how you feel. You're an outspoken lover. You're a lover that makes your point clear. If you don't like something, you're gonna show it or you're gonna say it. Spirit, what type of lover is pile 2? I'm using half tarot and half cartomancy. What type of lover is pile 2? Damn, all these cards want to come out. So the first one that we have is the 7 of Cups that came up, right? So you're the lover that has a lot of different interests and you show your partner or partners a lot of your interests as well. I feel like you're someone that's willing to try a lot of things and you don't mind getting into those uncomfortable situations or conversations where maybe you're with your partner and sometimes you'll say, oh, like do you want to shave down there? Like I feel like you have those conversations where you'll tell your partner if they have something stuck in their teeth or if their hair's a bit messy or if you can feel they're like low vibrational. You'll like say, hey, you look kind of down, like do you want to do some meditation? Do you want some crystals? Like what can we do to make you feel better? Or you'll come up with your own stories, or you seem like someone, maybe you migrated or immigrated somewhere and you have a lot of stories and like folk tale from like when you grew up, and I feel like you always use that knowledge on your partner. And it even could be about your spiritual practices and what you know from research, where if you know something that may help and maybe it isn't traditional like medicine or traditional advice, but you will give it, you know. I feel like if your partner says they want to beat up a bitch, you're about to go help them. If your partner says they want the moon and stars, you're going to get them the moon and stars or something similar. You're the partner that people want to make a home with. You're someone that really enjoys being spoiled. And you like having a calm relationship, a calm mind. I think in your head you think you want a calm relationship, but I feel like you're an Aries. And a lot of Aries moons and Aries people that I know, they say they want calm, but I think they're lying. I think you do want the chase. I think you do want, I don't want to say toxicity, but you do want that thrill in a relationship. So don't try to shy away from that. If you want some of that, find a partner that can do that for you. Like, just because maybe you think, oh, like I should be trying to do this and this and this. You don't gotta. Who says you gotta, okay? And then we have the Knight of Swords that came up, right? So very fast moving. You don't think before you say. You kind of just do. You take action. You see a problem, you fix it. You see this is happening, you take action. You're like, ba, ba, ba. Very fast moving. Okay. And then as for cartomancy, we have the Ace of Wands that came up, right? So again, you're an action lover. You take action. You say how you feel, and if you see something wrong, you're going to do your best to help them in any way. You're a lover that gives a lot of advice. We have the Six of Cups that came up, right? And this talks about nostalgic energy. It talks about friendships. And I feel like you're the type of lover that loves, like you love a best friend. You know, I feel like you treat your best friend the same way that you treat your romantic partners, or however, you know, you treat your best friend how you treat your lover. Yeah. And I feel like people love that about you, because it's like that spark doesn't go away. You know, the transition from being a best friend to being a lover, it isn't that much of a jump, because you're always being your authentic self. You're always yourself. And I feel like people like that. They can talk to you. They don't feel like they have to close up when they're around you. So you make other people feel more open, you know. We have the King of Hearts that came upright. So you're someone that's very influential. You're very influential, you're very loving, you'd make an amazing parent as well. You have a lot of emotional strength, you think clearly, you're mature, your energy is very supportive. People might even call you like the love guru. Maybe you're always taking out your tarot cards if like something's happening. You're very understanding, you live true to yourself, confident, stubborn. And you kind of don't mind if people don't give you the same amount of love. You love them regardless. Like, you know that certain people aren't as open as you. They aren't as, you know, close-minded. I mean, they are close-minded and you aren't. And you don't mind that. I feel like you don't mind having a partner where, like, there's a bit of, like, angst in there where it's like, you guys don't agree on everything, but you like that. You like the differences. And you like even, like, not arguing about it, but you like working around it. Then we have the Nine of Pentacles that came up, right? You enjoy being single. I feel like your partner feels really free in your energy, and they don't feel like they're limited to anything, you know. You might be polyamorous, or I just feel like you're really open, and you don't tell your partner, oh, you can't go out, you can't do this, you can't wear that. You're really open. You show them that, like, there's a lot of opportunities out there, and like, whatever you want to do, I'm going to support you. We have the Don't Go card. As much as you're someone that's very freeing, I feel like you do still have that bit of ownership. Not ownership, that sounds horrible. This energy where as much as you give them a lot of freedom, I feel like you still want them to know that with this freedom it comes responsibility, you know. And like, just because I'm letting you go out and do all this and this and this doesn't mean that I still won't get, you know, scared, or that I'm not going to be worried that you're going to leave and find someone else. There is that bit of like insecurity that you feel. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles that came upright. So this talks about someone that makes their money, they make their coin. Let's see. You like to talk, you're gossipy, flirty, sophisticated, a socialite, you have amazing judgment, you have a lot of responsibilities, and you're always doing something. You're powerful. Sometimes you get jealous in relationships, and you get caught up in toxic relationships. And you worry that there are other people that are better than you sometimes, you know. You do have a bit of like insecurity in that sense. Yeah, it literally talks about sometimes being incompatible with someone. So maybe you're a fire sign that always falls for a fire sign that always falls for earth signs, or you're a water sign always falling for fire signs, like that type of energy. An air sign always falling for water signs, where like Y'all are incompatible, but y'all still make it work somehow. Okay. So Spirit, what type of lover is pile 2? What type of lover is pile 2? We have Gemini. And I still want you even if I don't know her yet. Miss you even though we haven't met. You're saying I still want you. I forgot the song where it's like, and I still want you, and I still need you, and I still want you. Okay, I don't know the song. I'll try and link it down below, but I doubt I'm gonna find it. I'll link a song that's like similar to that sense. Or like, I hate you, I love you. Yeah, that song. And then we have Leo. To admire me, love comes from me, joy, happiness, I give you life. So you love someone in a way that they will always feel fulfilled within themselves, and they won't ever feel like they're incomplete. Spirit, what type of lover is pile 2? What type of lover is pile 2? So we have the words of affirmation. That could definitely be your love language. We have physical touch. And we have lil sus, lil interested, you know. Yeah, I'm just sharing, like, you get caught up in toxic relationships and people know that. But it makes it all the more aggravating. Is that the right word? It makes it all the more, I don't know, you just want to get caught up in it, okay? Caught up in the moment. So that is what I got for pile 2. I really hope the video resonated. I love you so much. And let's get into the next one. Lil sus, lil interested. Alright, pile number 3, you guys chose this. So definitely, I feel like the type of lover that you are is definitely the twin flame type lover, because you always have the runner and then you have the chaser. So you could definitely be a verse, as in you can be the top, you can be the bottom. You can switch, you can do all the vibes, you know, you can be masculine, you can be feminine. And I feel like that makes you all the more, that makes you all the more intriguing. So at the back, there is a little extract. So it says, you're a witch, aren't you? She said. The witch nodded and winked. Maddie opened her mouth and shut it and opened it again. Eee! She shrieked. She's a witch, and she started to run. But nobody took the slightest bit of notice. Nobody believes in witches these days. So interesting, okay? But let us see. So, thank you, Spirit, for being here. I'm eternally grateful. What type of lover is pile number 3? What type of lover is pile 3? Okay, let's see. Spirit, what type of lover is pile 3? We have a lot of fire sign energy. Ooh. Okay, so we have the 4 of Wands that came upright. I feel like people get the sense that more than anything, I feel like you want to meet your true love. I feel like you're someone that does still believe in cliche romances, even if you don't want to admit it to yourself. But, you know, 4 of Wands, you can see this is a beautiful house and there's wands also, and like it's being protected and it's very sacred. I feel like you're the type of lover that has a lot of dreams. You have a lot of things that you want to achieve with your partner. You definitely remind me of Aquarius, because I feel like a lot of Aquarius people that I know, it's interesting, but they love being, they're like notorious for being like, you know, alone, being single. But all the Aquarius people that I've met personally, they want to bond with someone, you know. They know what it's like to be alone. They know what it's like to go through your life, like, you know, not having anyone in their life, and they don't want that anymore. So they always try to find that one person that they can ride or die for, that they can build with, you know, because they know that being with someone is better than being alone. And I feel like people get that energy from you or with you, where they feel like it's just better with you, you know. I feel like being in a relationship with you, it's like being in a relationship with a Libra. Libras are great partners. I feel like they show you what it's like to really be loved to like your full capacity, and you show people like how deeply you can love, and you show them how willing you are to stay in a relationship. But at the same time, you know, this is the runner card. So sometimes you like being the one that's being chased. You like being the person that has their eye on. You like being pursued. You like being flirted with every day. You like, you know, the small things, flowers. I feel like you like it all. As much as you like to look at the bigger picture, I do feel like the little small details matter a lot to you as well. So we have the Ace of Wands that came up, right? You're the type of lover that doesn't shy away from commitment. I feel like you definitely could be a player, 100% though. But I do feel like when the right time comes, when you meet the right person, you want to commit, you want to build with them, and that's it. You know, you'll have your fun, you'll do what you want to do, but you know that you'd rather be with someone than be alone. Not that you need to have a partner to feel fulfilled. You could be aromantic, you could be demisexual. Like, you do not need a romantic partner to feel fulfilled. But I just feel like I needed to just say that as a PSA because, yeah. Anyways, and then we also have the Nine of Swords that came up, right? This talks about sadness. I feel like people can sense that you can be, I don't know, I was going to say you can be sad sometimes, that you have a bit of depression. You have depression maybe, or there are times where you feel really down and they can help lift you up. I feel like people get the sense that they feel needed when they're in a relationship with you. I know a lot of Capricorns can even be needy. They ask a lot from their partners. They ask a lot, and I feel like you also ask a lot from your partner sometimes. You need them to be patient, you need them to be committed, you need them to have emotional capacity for your feelings. You know, I feel like water signs might be a really good match for you. Even fire signs. I feel like fire signs can really hold your emotions for you, and they can, or Aquarius, because they're water bearers, but they bear no water. So yeah, a good partner for you could definitely be an Aquarius, a Cancer, a Leo. I want to say Scorpio, but not really. Maybe even Virgo and Capricorn. And then we have the I hope you don't hurt me. You don't want to get hurt. I mean, yeah. We have the Gemini, Taurus, air sign or earth sign. That could be your zodiac sign. We have the Eight of Wands that came upright. So with the Eight of Wands that came up, right, this talks about a change in jobs. So you aren't afraid to kind of move from one thing to another thing. I definitely do feel like you are the runner right now. So in certain relationships, you're afraid to, like, you know, put yourself out there, and you prefer being like chased, and like you won't even give in at all. You're gonna be like, no, like I don't catch feelings, blah blah blah. But then it's because you don't want them to give up on you. You don't want them to, you want to put them through a test, you know. You want them to know, like, are they really worth it? Like, am I about to give up this and this and this for my partner? So yeah, but this does talk about, you know, mental health. So I do feel like maybe you have a mental illness, or maybe you do struggle, or not struggle, maybe you're diagnosed with depression, bipolar, BPD, or anything like that. And I feel like you're the type of partner, the type of lover that needs a partner that is understanding. I feel like this is more about the lover that you need, because when it comes to the love that you are and the lover that you are, I feel like you're an amazing lover. I feel like at the same time though, you need a lover that is understanding of you. You know, if you do have an illness or disability, they need to be able to understand that. They need to be able to research what that means for you. They need to research your struggles and like how they can support you and love you. So I feel like that's what you need from a partner. And maybe sometimes you struggle finding someone that can do that for you. Then we also have March 28th, so that might be a very important date for you. And sometimes you struggle to express your emotions. Then we have the Three of Wands that came upright. So Three of Wands talks about being a fighter. You're really creative. And that sometimes you leave people so that you can have, like this says, break up in order to get a new start, and accepting change and putting things into perspective. Having a really amazing mind, being amazing at writing and performing, and mental stimulation. you're uncertain, but you love with all of your heart. So I am seeing a lot of breakups. I definitely do feel like you've had your fair share of breakups. You've had your fair share of, you know, being hurt and stuff like that in the past. And the type of lover that you are is someone that is really genuine. I feel like when it comes to your life purpose, there is one specific person that you're meant to be with. And personally, I do feel like there's always going to be speculation on whether soulmates exist, whether twin flames are real, whether they're not real, and that's all up to your own interpretation. But genuinely, at least what I'm seeing from the cards is that there was someone put on this earth to be with you. And I do feel like if someone was an atheist, you kind of made them believe in God, and you made them think, oh damn, like maybe I was meant to meet you, you know? Like there was a line in a song about that where they were like, atheist, but somehow you made me believe that God is real when I looked into your eyes. I don't know, but there was a line of a song like that. If you know what I'm talking about, link it down below. But yeah, I do feel like you're meant to be with your twin flame, someone that can mirror your energy, someone that's similar to you. So yeah. Spirits, what type of lover is pile 3? What type of lover is pile 3? Aquarius, guys, Aquarius. So it says, INFJ, some people underestimate how erotic it is to be understood. You just want to be understood, man. We have Diane Nguyen. So I'll insert a photo of her. You're that type of lover. And then we have Libra. The love for two people can never be the same. I love you differently, completely, and utterly. So as much as you've gone through breakups and heartache, I feel like you're still able to love, you know? And even if you feel like someone else ripped out your heart, you're about to love someone else with whatever you have left. We have boring convos. What you talking about? Most people do not find you... Most people you don't find interesting. I feel like most people you kind of are like, I don't like them, I don't want to be with them. And unless they show you otherwise, you're not about to show them how amazing of a lover you can be. And then we have Cancer. Let me show you my home, but remember you're just a guest. You could move in though. And this is basically talking about like, I'll show you my home, I'll show you how I live and where I live. But remember, you're just a guest. But like, if you're down, like maybe we could like have babies together. Like you're kind of that person where it's like you're like on edge and you're kind of like, no, keep your distance, but then at the same time you're kind of like, no, come, like I want to be with you, you know? But like they need to be the one chasing you. I hope I'm not talking too fast. Let me know if I am. Spirit, what type of lover is pile 3? What type of lover is pile 3? We have friendly reminder. You let people know that you deserve a love that is amazing. You don't let them just sit complacent. You're like, no, we need to grow together. We need to do this. We need to do that. What type of lover is pile 3? I want to text you. Talk to me. Aww. Like you won't tell them that you miss them. You'll just expect them to know. Look behind you. You're always worried about if they're going to leave you, if they're going to hurt you. Are they the right one? I think that it's going to be easier if you just be with your soulmate or be with your twin flame. I remember I saw somewhere they were like, a lot of people, like the quote was talking about, like basically they were saying that if you're about to get your heart broken, at least let it be by someone that you love. I know that's horrible advice, but they were just talking about like, if you're gonna go through all this heartache and give like these shitty people chances, like maybe make it someone that you like, so at least it's like worthwhile. Like I said, that's horrible advice. Do not take that advice, okay? But it just reminded me of that quote. Spirit, what type of lover is pile 3? I miss you. You're a poetic lover. You find beauty in the pain of love. You look for it. I needed you while wanting more. You want a love that is painful. You want a love that is heart-wrenching. You want a love that has a love story. You want a love that can be a Shakespearean play. You want a love... Yeah, that's what I'm busy getting. Let's see what else. Spirit, what type of lover is pile 3? What type of lover is pile 3? buy nice things, taken, and Sagittarius-like relationship. So you are like a Sagittarius in a relationship. So that is what I got for pile 3. I really hope the video resonated. I love you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye.